Γεια σας, ένα ακόμα επεισόδιο Buzz ξεκινάει και αυτή τη φορά αυτή η εκπομπή είναι πολύ ιδιαίτερη γιατί θα επισκεφτούμε μαζί το Hollywood Sign. Το εμβληματικό Hollywood Sign είναι ένα ορόσημο στην πολιτιστική εικόνα του Hollywood. Βρίσκεται στο όρος Λί, στην περιοχή Beachwood Canyon των βουνών Santa Monica. Η λέξη Hollywood με λευκά κεφαλαία γράμματα ύψους 15,2 μέτρων και μήκους 138 μέτρων αρχικά αναγέρθηκε το 1923 και αντικαταστάθηκε το 1978 με μια πιο ανθεκτική κατασκευή από χάλιβα. Η θρυλική πινακίδα προστατεύεται και προωθείται από τον μη κερδοσκοπικό οργανισμό The Hollywood Sign Trust, ο πρόεδρος του οποίου, George Zarrinnam, ανέλαβε να μας ξεναγήσει, οδηγώντας μας εκεί που ελάχιστοι άνθρωποι έχουν πρόσβαση, στα πελώρια γράμματα που συνθέτουν τη λέξη Hollywood.
All right, George, here we are. So this
Can't believe it.
You have exclusive access to the Hollywood sign today. This is what everybody is the envy of everyone.
I can't believe it. It's my dream since I was a kid.
So why don't you stand over there and we'll close the gate behind us. Go as slow as you can. Kind of go sideways as to get you have the best grip that way. But this is the Hollywood sign, so welcome.
Let's go back to the 20s. How it all started.
It was actually called the Hollywood Land sign, and it was built as an advertisement billboard to sell parcels of land for the Hollywood Land Development Company, which is right below the Hollywood sign. So this area right below us is called Hollywood Land. They sold approximately 500 parcels of land so that people can build their own homes, people that were moving into Hollywood back in the 1920s. Because I want you to imagine Hollywood in the 1920s where there was nothing here. It was all virgin hillsides, kind of much like what you see over here, which is now part of Griffith Park. But all of this land that you see below the Hollywood sign was just like that over there. There was nothing here. Right? So people were coming into Hollywood, coming into Los Angeles.
Was it cheap back then?
Well,
to buy properties or build properties?
There were parcels of land which sold for $2,000, right? And then there were some parcels of land that sold for $50,000. But I want you to imagine what was $2,000 in the 1920s.
Yes.
It was a lot of money.
When did they take the land down and it was just Hollywood sign?
Yeah, the land came down in 1949. By 1944, the Hollywood Land Development Company went bankrupt, and they donated the remaining undeveloped parcels to the city of Los Angeles. So all of this area right below the Hollywood sign was actually part of the Hollywood Land Development Company, but it was too steep to build on, so they donated it to the city of Los Angeles for $1, which was then later annexed into the Griffith Park. There was a lot of love for the Hollywood Land sign back then, and a lot of people wanted to save the Hollywood Land sign. So that's when the Hollywood Chamber of Commerce stepped in 1949 to said, we'll put up the money to repair the Hollywood sign as long as we can remove the land, because it was no longer promoting a Hollywood Land Development Company. The Hollywood sign became a symbol and an icon of the motion picture industry, which is a signature industry here in Hollywood.
How difficult is to maintain the sign?
Well, if you look at the sign, it looks like it's in brand new condition.
Yes.
Right?
How often do you paint it?
We paint it every 10 years. But the main purpose of the Hollywood Sign Trust, which I'm the chairman of, is to keep the sign looking brand new so that it'll stay looking new for people to enjoy in perpetuity.
Have you really never been up here before?
No.
We maintain all of the security cameras that you see.
This is the LAPD. George Satsidis. Get down from the side.
We're in a restricted area.
The letters are very stable.
They're very stable. They're embedded in concrete.
What letter offers the best view to the city?
Well, they all offer the great view of the city, but if we want to see the sign in its entirety from up here, we're going to go to the end of the D. Right? Let's go.
The views from the D are incredible. I have no words.
Well, we have probably one of the most spectacular views of the entire city. We have downtown Los Angeles right down there. Of course, below us is the district of Hollywood. We have Central Hollywood here. We have Lake Hollywood. We have the Mulholland Dam. We have the Pacific Ocean in the distance. We have Mount Hollywood right there. We have the Griffith Observatory.
Last year, 2023, we celebrated 100 years of the Hollywood sign.
That's correct.
And you did so many special events here.
Correct.
How do you feel that this symbol is keep inspiring people throughout the world?
There's so many people that come up here to the Hollywood sign, and I always ask them two questions. What does the Hollywood sign mean to you, right? And that meaning of the Hollywood sign has changed for so many different people. Of course, it's a representation of the movie industry, the television industry, or the entertainment industry as a whole. But a lot of people that come up here, they think of the sign as an American symbol, as a symbol of the American dream.
How expensive has the land become throughout the years, now that the Hollywood sign is an international symbol of the American dream?
Real estate continues to go up, so if there's any time to buy now.
How much does it cost to buy a property here?
I would say the average cost of a home here is upwards of $2 million plus, but of course there's many homes which are valued much more than that, in the tens of millions of dollars.
Are there celebrities living down there in the Hollywood Hills?
Well, probably the most famous of all the celebrities that lived up here in Hollywoodland was Madonna, who lived built in the 1920s, one of the original homes, Castillo del Lago. It was built as a Moroccan style. You know, Madonna is the most famous of all the pop stars. I think she's the world record breaker in terms of record sales.
She was at her peak of her career back then.
She was at a peak of her career.
Married to Sean Penn.
Married to Sean Penn, and I mean, you know the history, but people come still today from all over the world to just see Castillo del Lago, and you'll see them touring down there when I'm interviewing them or talking to tourists. They're all looking for Castillo del Lago, which is right down below us.
Could you tell me what you're doing at the Hollywood Sign Trust and how visitors can visit this area?
Yeah.
And the website that you have?
The best place to learn about the Hollywood and the history of the Hollywood sign is to go to our website, which is www.hollywoodsign.org. There you can learn about all the hiking trails coming up to the Hollywood sign. How do you access the Hollywood sign? You know, coming to the Hollywood sign is free. So Griffith Park is open to everyone around the world, and there's no fee to come into Griffith Park, but there are certain access points that are advantageous to people to start from.
Jeff, thank you so much for having us here. It was such an honor. Thank you, thank you.
It was a pleasure having you here at the Hollywood sign, George, and for all your fans at Cosmotea TV, the leading network in Greece.
Thank you so much.
My pleasure.